G'day everybody, I've had requests for old Arctic monkeys and more Arctic monkeys, so I've taken a bit of a stab in the dark and put together this lesson for Fluorescent Adolescent by Arctic Monkeys. The intro for this song, everyone is playing the same rhythm, and as far as I can hear, we're on the snare drum and the kick drum, playing a pattern that goes just like this. 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4. So after those stabs in the intro, we move into the funkiest beat in the entire song. If it's a bit tricky, don't forget, just take it slowly at first, and then eventually you'll be able to speed it up. This one is definitely worth learning properly. I'll start it out slowly. This is how it goes. From there, we just move into our verse and we're just playing 16th notes up on the hi-hats with a few 8th notes on the kicks. Goes a little something like this. For the second part of that verse, we're going to use that super funky beat that I just showed you before, and then we get up to our pre-chorus where we're going to add some stabs again, but they're a little bit different to the intro. So they go like this. After those stabs, we move into the second part of that chorus where we're playing a beat with 16th note hi-hats, but there's a couple of extra snare drums in there, so sometimes you're going to have to bring your left hand across onto the snare drum. If you haven't done it before, it might be a little bit tricky, but probably you already know how it goes, so check this out. From there, we are into our super funky beat from the first verse. We're going to reuse it in the second verse, so you're getting plenty of practice at that one. Right at the end, we're going to add in some stops, and then there's a long break before we go into that pre-chorus again. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. For the pre-chorus this time, instead of playing those stops, we're going to play a beat right the way through, 16th up on the hi-hats once again, and plenty of 8th notes going on the kicks. Halfway through, we stop that beat and we have stabs once again. 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4. Now we are up to our bridge, and we're going to keep it nice and consistent by keeping those 16th notes going on the hi-hats, but we're going to add crash cymbals to beat 1 and the end of 2. So we'll go like this. For the second part of this bridge, we are back to the stabs once again. We're using the same ones from the intro, but we're just mixing it up a tiny bit, which is really effective, and it sounds like this. We play it twice through those same 4 bars, and then we kind of grab those stabs and add a bit of a beat to it, and then we're going to build up into the last chorus. So let me play the end of the bridge for you now. Into our final choruses, and the beat hasn't changed very much from the last time we did the choruses. We're just going to add maybe one extra little snare drum in there right at the end of the 4th bar. We keep that same vibe going right through to the end of the song, and right at the end there's just a little fill down the toms that goes like this. And there we go, that brings us to the end of Fluorescent Adolescent by Arctic Monkeys. I hope that's been really helpful, and I hope you can nail that really funky groove in the verses, because I think that's great, and if you could take it and use it in your own playing, I think that would be fantastic. So anyway guys, happy practicing, and I'll see you at the next lesson.